Hello everyone, this is your old friend RJ City, and today we'll be watching the trailer to 1977's Tentacles, starring Shelley Winters. If you recall, last time we watched The Poseidon Adventure, which featured Shelley Winters, falling off the side of a boat, and I thought, I just can't get enough of nautical disaster movies starring Shelley Winters. So here we are, and if you're wondering, hey, it's 1977, the movie's called Tentacles. That sounds like another movie. You may have heard of it called Jaws. Correct. This is an abhorrent ripoff of the movie Jaws. And it's directed by a bunch of Italians, and they tell Shelley Winters what to do, and then of course, they tell the octopus what to do. So without any further ado, let us watch the trailer to 1977's Tentacles.
Each year, 10,000 tourists visit Ocean Beach.
Okay.
This summer, Ocean Beach has attracted something else.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Throwing buckets of water.
American International presents Tentacles. It slept until man disturbed it.
Oh, Jesus.
Then it woke with a fury no man could control,
Ink.
rising from the ocean floor to bring destruction.
Oh, no.
Death. Tentacles.
Oh, no, the sailing competition.
A chilling tale of nature gone wild, as two of the sea's deadliest enemies fight to the death.
There's a whale in this! There's a fucking whale in
John
this!
Huston, Shelley Winters,
Shelley!
Bill Hopkins, Claude Akins, and Henry Fonda.
Why?
Tentacles. The most gripping suspense you will ever experience.
Well, that was the trailer, and I have a tremendous amount of things on my mind. First of all, Ocean Beach. I know there's a real Ocean Beach. This is your movie. You can name it whatever you want. Pick a creative name. Have fun with it. Where's the beach? Where the ocean is. Sand, wet? Just call it Sea Sand. The Sea Sand City. The city of beach. They could have done a better job there, number one. Number two, they said, every year, 10,000 tourists. And it's just like two people standing on the boardwalk as the waves come in. This year, it attracts something else. So, it was my understanding, according to the man in the trailer, that the octopus, I guess it's an octopus, whatever it is, it has tentacles, lay dormant on the bottom of the ocean. And something, maybe there was sonic waves, maybe they were, messing around there, drilling that whole thing. We've woken it up. We've disturbed it. And it has come back only to the city of Ocean Beach to wreak havoc and seek revenge. And I really enjoy how they didn't have the money to build a big octopus. Like Jaws is a big animatronic thing. But they did have enough money to get one actual octopus, maybe multiple octopi, who knows. And they decided, let's just shoot that to make it look bigger. So there's a lot of underneath. There's a fisheye lens, which is certainly apropos. But there's a lot of real close-ups of the tentacles. And, the poor scuba diver's down there. And it's, this terrifying creature. And it's just ink like a normal octopus. It's funny, like a shark, even a small shark, very dangerous, right? And then a giant one, like in Jaws, tremendously dangerous. An octopus, a small octopus, kind of cute. A bigger one, just kind of annoying. Still does the same things that a smaller octopus does. The ink and the sucking the tentacles. And then maybe they eat you. You never really hear of a killer octopus. They could have made it look a little more, killer. And then, of course, the real shame is the sailing competition. Maybe it's a race, like that big, kind of thing there. And then it's like, oh no, all these beautiful boats, which I guess they just took aerial shots of an already existing sailing competition. I'm just putting it together in my head, knowing who's involved. And then the other part is like, Oh, and they wreak havoc on all the sailors, and you just slowly see a sail sinking into the ocean. So the octopus just grabbed it and just slowly dragged it down. He doesn't seem to be, I'm assuming it's a male. He doesn't seem to be eating anyone. There's not a lot of blood here. There's not a lot of ripped limbs. There's a lot of like, oh my God. And then the octopus just kind of like fucking with shit. You know what I mean? Just pushing shit around. But then the coup de grace and why this movie is great is because it's called Tentacles. They make it very known that it's about an octopus, but then they're like, fuck you, here's a whale. A killer. Is that a killer whale? Yeah, I mean, they're killer. Okay, killer whale comes out of nowhere, and I guess, like, the whale is pro-human, or the whale really likes Ocean Beach and doesn't want this octopus fucking around with this shit. Comes out of nowhere, and then you see him chewing on. It's more like headbutting the octopus, kind of, hey, come on, have at you. That kind of business. So now we've got, and that's the bonus. You buy your popcorn, you go into the theater, 2 tickets for Tentacles, please. You think you're going to see just Tentacles. And then they give you Tentacles and so much more. Because now it's killer whale versus killer octopus. I'm hooked. Why didn't they call the movie that? Well, they didn't. They wanted to underpromise and overdeliver, which they've certainly done for me. Because also, at no point do any of the main stars seem to get wet or in the ocean. I mean, really, they listed, I think, 4 or 5 stars at the end there. And it was John Huston and Shelley Winters. And I've already forgotten everyone else because they're only in, like, one shot. And it's just Shelley going. And it's at the very end. There's no line. Like, maybe they don't have lines at the beginning. Like, I don't understand. Maybe there was a convention and they were there and this director gave them like $100 each. And they said, let me get some terrified reaction shots of you. I don't know what they do in the movie. I don't know what their structure, the function is, and the plot even, let alone what their job and their titles are. Jaws really like Richard Dreyfuss. There's a lot of like really heavy acting there. And I feel this Italian director saw that movie and really, or maybe he had to go to the bathroom, he had to take a phone call, was only present for the shark parts and thought, this is great, we'll just do this. And missed the acting. So when somebody told him later, hey, we need some people in this, some names, he's like, Shelley, you want to go to Ocean Beach? He's like, sure, why not? I was in the Poseidon Adventure. And then they were just like, look terrified. And they're like, we got it. Here's your money. Get out. Next. Mr. Houston, please. Everyone looks shocked, mainly because they're not even doing anything. Maybe they're shocked at how small their roles are. Well, with any hope, though, I am going to watch this movie because there's something in me that says maybe the charms of Shelley Winters could soothe the savage 8-tentacled beast. Maybe she sings to it or something and calms him down, and then the killer whale comes, and then Shelley rides away on the whale. There's only one way to find out, and that's by watching it. So I will watch this. As bad as this was, this trailer has won me over.